Am I live? Live from a parking lot somewhere in the middle of Ridgefield Park. I have no idea. This is Sack Life Official. I'm your host, Sackman, and this is a show where we knock out depression with somatic healing martial arts for mental health sessions. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here now. Anyone who's tuning in later, appreciate you out there as well. As you know, if you've been here before, we start every show with a mental health tool, that powerful one known as gratitude. So my gratitude going out today to the first one in, Brett, aka Soul. Thank you so much for being here, Brett. Appreciate you showing up, both for yourself and for others. And you'll be the feature of my gratitude section today. Go ahead and think about the thing you're grateful for. It'll help put you in that positive mindset as we move forward into today's lesson. Second mental health tool we're going to talk about is that progress tracking tool, keeping track of the number of days that should show up for you and show up for others. That number is way more important than just the number of days trained. It is also an anchor back into reality when we are dealing with blue periods or we're going through tough times and we're dealing with those negative thoughts that depression or anxiety try to feed us, like we can't do this, or we can't get up, or we can't get out of bed, or we can't move forwards. This is your anchor. This is your reminder of your strength and endurance. So please do keep track of that and let it continue to build and remind you what you're capable of, what you have done, and what you can look forward to doing in the future. Very powerful. Got your water? No, I did not get my water, actually. I just came off the highway. This thing is bonkers. It's insane on the highway. I would not recommend it if you are getting a mini bike. Stick local. It tops out at 67, which is nice, but holy cow is it scary. So I just pulled off the highway. I'm on my way to link up with a good friend of mine, the lit superstar Sebastian Cage. So stay tuned for that. We're gonna have some cool wrestling content coming your way a little bit later. I'll share that journey with you. And yeah, so I was on my way to him. I'm hoping I can make it there. He starts at 7. We're gonna get there, but this is where I wound up, just on the side of the road. Didn't have time for water, so I'm gonna drop that intensity down a little bit, but we can still get in a session, we can still make progress, and we can still show up and challenge ourselves. If you are keeping track of that number, please do share for those who are tuning in later. It's one of the best ways that we can encourage each other and show each other what's possible out here. So, that being said, it's been 742 days for me, the Sackman. 742 days of consecutive training. Let me know how many days it's been for you. On top of that, those are our two tools. We're going to roll right into the session. We're going to talk about some elbow strikes today. Just the other day, I was practicing with Master Checo, and he was showing me this cool lead elbow strike. It's not necessarily a Muay Thai move. It's kind of a mixed martial arts move. We're going to execute it from Muay Thai stance, where we have our guard high by the brow line, chin tucked, feet squared, right? We're going to toss our basics, jabs, and crosses. But from the jab position, what we're going to do is bring this elbow in and kind of wind it up. We're going to wind it up and scoop under for this vertical elbow up that center line. So we got our step in for the jab, rotate for the cross, step in, whoosh, drive that elbow up. So we're bringing the elbow in, we're sinking down a little bit, and we're scooping it up that center line. It's almost like an uppercut, but we're using the back end, whoosh, back end of the elbow. So we're going to work on that today, work that in there. 72 days of progress for Brett. Congrats, bro. I'm proud of you, man. That's over 2 months accumulated. And like I said, the more you keep track of it, the more powerful it will become in your life. And even if it's not consecutive, even if it's not daily progress, it's still proof, right? We never lose proof of how many days we showed up and we fought forwards and we made progress, even in the face of those things trying to slow us down. So proud of you. Thank you for sharing that progress and helping inspire others as well. All right, back on track with the lesson. We'll have our jabs and crosses, standard strikes. We'll toss in some cross elbows, rewind for the bonus elbow strikes, and we're going to talk about this kind of vertical, whoosh, rising elbow strike that Master Checo was showing me the other day. And we're going to get right into it. No boombox today. Didn't have room on the bike. Had to go with minimal, like the bare minimum, so I could get out here and hit that top speed of 67. So we're going to go just instructions, just me and you. Today, we're just going to make this progress together. We don't need the fighting spirit of the 80s. It's in here. It's up here, you know? Even if we don't have the tunes coming through. Standard rounds, 3 rounds each, 3 minutes apiece. Go ahead and square up with your visualized target. I'm going to start this timer. We're going to get right into it, man. Here we go. Remember, visualize that opponent. Physical embodiment of the thing you want to work on. If it's depression or anxiety, label it. That depression dummy or that anxiety dummy. Square up, bring the hands up high by the brow line, curl the fingers, tuck the thumbs, guard high. In your balanced stance, shift that body weight forwards and backwards, front foot to back foot, and we're gonna step in for a 1-2. Down that center line. Keep it nice and tight. Don't lean into those strikes. Just rotate through and use that sweet science. Keep it tight. Chin tuck for defense. Guard high. Remember to return to your balanced stance after each combo. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. And now we're going to start mixing in those elbow strikes. So for the elbow strike, what you want to do is basic elbow strike here. We're going to bring that hand in, wrist close as you can to the chest. We're going to twist through, bonk, and drive that elbow right across the face of that depression dummy. Rotate back to stance. Square up. Guard nice and high. Hit him with the 1-2. Now elbow strike. Lead elbow. Boom. Swipe it across. We want to use that point of the elbow. Drag it right across the forehead, across the nose, across the chin, hit the temple. All different options when you're tossing those elbow strikes. Hit them with the 1-2. Hit them with the lead elbow. And remember, step in on that elbow strike. Remember, super close range attacks. So want to blast in, bomb, and hit them with that lead round elbow strike there. 1-2. Square up, elbow strike. Boom. And back to stance. Guard high. Keep it going, keep it flowing. 1-2. Elbow strike. Little bonus elbow action there. If you got it, use it. Step in and rotate for the first elbow strike across the face. And then you can rewind it back out, which is kind of moving in to that elbow strike that Checo was showing me just the other day. Step in for the 1-2. Down the pipe. Make sure you're turning those fists over. Squeezing at the point of impact. Landing on those large 2 knuckles. Keep it going. Sun is in my eyes, so I can tell more people are tuning in, but I can't see what you're writing. So just want to acknowledge, shout out to you guys. Thank you for being here. Keep that progress going. We got 44 seconds. Whoosh, whoosh. Let's hit them with some bonus elbows. Rotate across on the step in for the first elbow. Bring it up that center line for that rising elbow strike we talked about. Let's go. Lead elbow. Whoosh, whoosh. And back. Lead elbow, whoosh, whoosh, and back. Exhale on those strikes. 1-2 to the head. Lead elbow strike. And toss it. Let's go. Elbow strikes. Keep them going. And back. Around elbow strike there. And then we're winding it up. So turn, pivot that hand down, rotating at the shoulder, and drive it up that center line. Back to stance. That's the end of round 1. Catch your breath. Drink some water. Let's see who's here. Oh, shout out to Slayer Ken. Appreciate you sharing his progress at 350 days. Almost a full year of consecutive progress out there. Congrats, Ken. Shout out to Lisa the Luminary as well. I know you're hitting 442 days of consecutive progress out there today. So appreciate you too, Lisa. We got 40 seconds left. We're going to talk about those elbow strikes some more. Working some more elbows in to the next round. We'll still be drilling those fundamentals. Still visualizing that target. That depression dummy, so we can knock those lies out of its stupid face. By acknowledging that depression dummy, we're able to reinforce the truth, which is when we are here fighting forwards, we are showing ourselves that we are stronger than those debilitating effects by a matter of fact, right? We're here, we're not debilitated. We're up, we're on our feet, we're fighting forwards. So please do use that word association, use that thought association and visualize that target. Visualize doing damage to that depression dummy and knocking those lies out that it tries to feed us. Guard high by the brow line. Close the fingers, tuck the thumbs. Shift that body weight forwards and backwards. We're talking Muay Thai stance here. We're going to work some more elbows this time. Hit them with the 1-2. Down the pipe. 1-2. Down the pipe. And now we're going to work that lead rising elbow that Checo was showing me the other day. So for this one, what we want to do is kind of reach out with the jab, right? That's our targeting tool, place where that strike's going to land. And if we can touch him with the jab, we know we're going to reach him with the elbow. So reach out with the jab, just a measuring jab there. And then we're going to step in, and we're going to drop this hand down, bringing the elbow down a little bit, and rise up that center line. Just like an uppercut, bang, to the bottom of that chin. Keeping the guard high on the opposite side. Back to stance. So reach forward with that measuring jab, right? Measuring jab, we're going to step in, and whoosh, drive it up that center line. Back to stance, guard high. Step in, let's do this thing. Reach across with that jab. Step in, whoosh, and drive it up that center line. Back to stance. Let's go. Rising elbow. Reach across for the jab, just a place, no twist in the shoulders or hips. Reach across with that measuring jab. Step in as you drop the hand down close to the body to sharpen up that elbow, and then rise, whoos, whoos, up there. Drive that elbow up, boom. You can use the shoulders here, boom, to get more leverage, get more rotation, bang, as you drive it up that center line. Keep it nice and sharp by getting the wrist close to the chest. Hit them with the 1-2. Let's keep it going. Remember, push to your intensity level. Keep going. If you need more punches in there, toss some more punches. If you need them to go faster, make them faster. Go to your level. Give yourself that challenge you deserve so we can continue to grow each and every day. We'll have an active recovery day tomorrow, so give it your best today. Let's do this thing. Step in for that rising elbow. Remember, measuring jab first, then drop the hand down as you step in, and wind up. Whoosh! Wind up, send it up that center line. Back to stance, exhaling on those strikes. Guard high. Hit him with the 1-2. And now we're going for that rising elbow. Measuring jab. Bomb. Up that center line. Back to stance. 1-2. Measuring jab. Step in. Whoosh! And rotate it up that center line. Right into the jaw of that depression dummy. Guard high whole time. 1-2. Measuring jab. Step in. Boom. Up that center line. Keep those knees bent so the rotation will be easy. 1-2. Step into that center line with the measuring jab out. Boom. Comes into the chest. Whoosh. And we rotate. Whoosh. Rotated. Bring that elbow up. That center line into the jaw. 1-2. Center line elbow. Go. Whoosh. Back to stance. 1-2. Center line elbow strike. Boom. Back to stance. 1-2. Center line elbow. Bang. And that is the end of round 2. Catch your breath, drink some water if you got it. Hope you guys are doing well out there. Feeling good. Giving myself a challenge. Remember, we can only grow outside of that comfort zone, so we want to make sure we give ourselves some challenge each and every day that'll prepare us for the world around us, help condition us to show ourselves how mentally resilient we are. When we face challenges in life, they do happen for us, not to us, but it's easy to feel like a victim, especially when you're dealing with an imbalance such as the one caused by depression. So what we do here when we train every day, we're changing that victim mindset into a victor mindset. We're showing ourselves what we're capable of, even in the face of adversity. So please keep track of that number. All right, so we've got about 18 seconds for the final round. We're going to use all those tools we just learned. We're going to toss in some rear elbow strikes as well, bonus elbows in there. Mix it around, let it flow, and go at your pace. Make sure you give yourself that challenge. 6 seconds left, square up, visualize that target. Make sure you're landing those punches and those elbows right on point with that visualized dummy. Let's go. 1-2. Down the pipe, chin tuck. 1-2. Down the pipe, keep it going. 1-2. Now we're going to start with that lead cross, rotating cross elbow, and we're going to swap the guard, rotate back, boom, for a rear elbow, and then back to stance. Double elbow strike here. Let's do it. 1-2. Back to stance. 2 elbow strikes now. Boom. Back to stance. Remember to explode in for those elbow strikes. Want to lead forward. Very close range attacks. 1-2. Step in for the double elbows. Boom. And back to stance. Guard high. Keep it balanced. Return to your balanced Muay Thai stance after each one. 1-2. Right on target. 1-2. Right on target. Squeeze at the point of impact. In those fists. Reinforce that fist with the thumb. Avoid injury. Let's go. Step in for the double elbows. And back to stance. Guard high. We're talking about that rising elbow now. We're stepping in, putting the hand down, and whoosh, drive it up the center line. Back to stance. Guard high. Visualize that target. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. And rising elbow. Boom. Back to stance. Double elbow strike this time. And back to stance. Keep the guard high. Chin tuck for balance and keep moving. Let's go. 1-2. 1-2. 1-2. And double elbow strike. Back to stance. 1-2. Rising elbow. Let's go. Boom. Back to stance. Guard high. Visualize doing damage to that target. 1-2. Double elbows. Whoosh, whoosh. Back to stance. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. 1-2. Double elbows. Whoosh, whoosh. Back to stance. Center line elbow. Measure jab. Boom. Drive it in. Remember, wind it up as you bring it down, and then whoosh. Rotate those shoulders up. Get it up that center line.
Back to stance, hit him with the 1-2. Turn those fists. Knock out those lights. Remember what you're fighting for. That quality of life that you deserve. How do you know what you deserve? Based on what you get. So give it 100%. Keep going, inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth, double elbows. Back to stance, guard high. Double elbow strike, assault, keep it going. Back to stance, guard high. Keep those shoulders rolled for extra defense. Blast in, bomb, bomb. Exhale through the strikes. And back out, center line elbow. Back to stance, 1-2. Double elbow strike. Back to stance, center line elbow. Boom, back to stance, 1-2. Center line. Double elbow strike. Back to stance, 1-2. And that is the end. Woo! Of round 3. That felt great. Hope you guys are feeling it out there. Elbow uppercut on heavy bag equals burned elbows. That is correct. Elbows are not the best. The heavy bag's not the best tool to practice elbows. They often turn into forearm smashes instead of elbow strikes. I recommend a double-ended bag on those 2 strings. Those are very good for elbow strikes. And even a speed bag is good for overhand elbows and cross elbows if it's height adjustable. But the double-ended bag is probably mostly where it's at. Next to that would probably be personal training with Thai pads, just so you have someone there to move with you and you're not skinning that elbow, as Brett may have learned firsthand. You live and learn, bro. It will callus up, you will get a nice callus there, but turn it into a smash, a forearm smash, will help you develop power in those elbow strikes, and therefore you can get the benefits of that heavy bag as well. It's just proper technique. You want to bring that really sharp point of the elbow right across the forehead. Opens up the forehead, makes them bleed into their eyes, taking out their visibility. Less a chance you're going to get hit. But yeah, different tools for different lanes of progress and growth out there. So keep exploring, keep finding what works for you. Try different bags, build that variety in your routine so it doesn't get boring. And shout out to Hello Nurse, thanks for being here as well. We'll upload this episode onto YouTube. It'll be up there in about 10 minutes. I gotta hit the road again so we can make it on time to this special event. Until next time, I'll catch you guys same sack time, same sack channel, same sack life. Sack man out. Woo!